Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Khanna. I'm Assistant Professor, Psychiatry Department. In the previous lecture by Dr. Mansood, you might have gone across the general knowledge regarding the substances. What are the substances? What are their ways to act upon? And how do they act? The neurophysiology of addiction. Now we are going to go for the classification of drugs and their effects in today's lecture. The contents of my presentation would be the type of drugs, their effects, classification of drugs, alcohol and effects, opioids, cannabis, tobacco and other drugs. Now the type of drugs and their effects. First of all, would go for the alcohol. There are two substances which are widely abused throughout the world. One is the tea, coffee, caffeine, and another one is the alcohol. So alcohol is one of the most important substance to be studied upon. It is present in whiskey, wine, vodka, uh, simple alcohol, beers, and all that. Alcohol is a brain depressant by its nature. In small amount, it relieves anxiety. It may also give a sense of strength and result in boisterous behavior. It heightens the mood prior to intake, be it sadness or happiness, impairs judgment and performance. Another substance to be studied upon is opioids. The word opioids mean opium like or anything which is mimicking the prefix. So opioids, we are studying about the all substances which are just like opium. This is the opium plant which is cultivated in Afghanistan mostly and north side of India. The sap is just collected from the fruit of the opium plant and then further purified and which results in the afine. These are the further mimicking substances. These are the heroin, or we call it as a smack, which is further purified from the opium, but with passage of time, it has been now synthesized from the chemicals also. The psychological effects of opioids, the effects differ widely between new and dependent users. So the new users, which are just starting taking the opioids in any form, uh, new users who is not in pain, he feels something unpleasant and kind of nauseating and vomiting reaction, and which has the pain, he or she feels improvement and there is a relief of pain. The dependent users are those users who are taking the opioids for few months, years, means it is not their very first introduction to the opioids. The short-lived intense experience rush and a state of profound, which is a kind of profound euphoria, a dreamlike sensation, dreamlike state lasting longer. So the new users, they behave differently as compared to the dependent users. Another molecule substance to be studied upon is cannabis. Cannabis is also called as the bhang. It is widely available all of the areas around, even around our houses where the barren lands are there. The lands which are not in use, cannabis can be located upon. So the different kinds of molecules or substances or a form of cannabis are bhang, charas, ganja and hashish. Bhang, charas, ganja and hashish, these are the purified, further purified and the purest forms of the bhang leaves. The sap and the juices of the leaves, the female part of the plant, the male part of the plant, the flowers, they are used in the different forms which are labeled as bhang, the leaves only, and further we purify the substance, they are called as the charas, ganja and hashish. The cannabis products can be said as like that. Bhang is from the dried leaves. They are taken orally. Ganja, these are the dried flowering stems of the plant, and they are crushed, dried, and powdered and smoked. Charas, or called as the hashish, these are the extracts and the resins covering the plants. These are smoked hashish oil extracting THC, trihexycannabinoids. THC is trihexycannabinoids. It is the active ingredient, active part of the cannabis. Using chemical methods, it is also smoked. People have been seen using ganja and hashish in the cigarettes, and they just mix it to the tobacco present in the cigarettes and refill the cigarette after emptying it. Then they smoke it. The psychological effects of cannabis are the person who takes it feels a dreamy state with an increased tendency to fantasize, state of euphoria, well-being and enjoyment, generally followed by a period of drowsiness. Perceptual and sensory distortions are there. It is said that people feel the music and smells the atmosphere, can prolong reaction time and impair coordination. Sounds and colors may become more intense and bright. There is a state of restlessness, fear, and even panic may spoil the experience. It is called, in our terms, as bad trip. There may be driven activity. Subjects know that one's activities are meaningless, yet it is unable to control them because many things they go out of control of the subject. Further, another group of substance abuses are the sedatives and hypnotics. These are the diazepam, benzodiazepine group, Avil cough syrup, which contains lochlorperazine kind of things, sedative hypnotics and other pharmaceuticals. These are the medications which are initially used for the relief of some symptoms, but with passage of time the person becomes addictive to these substances when taken without the consultation and without the need of the person. Medications these are usually abused are for the sleep, allergy, pain, cough, diarrhea and anesthesia. When the diazepam is given under the supervision of the clinician, it is medicine. But when the person who takes it without any indication and without any prescription or consultation of the doctor, it becomes the drug of abuse. Usually, the prochlorperazine and phenramine, which are available in the cough syrups, initially used for the allergy to alleviate allergy, but with passage of time, the person takes it without any indication. So, it is similar with the pentazocine, which is for the painkiller, and the cough codeine syrups, opioid-like actions, and diphenoxyhalate, which is called as the khaki goalies, if you come across the local language. And for the anesthesia, we give the ketamine. These are the hallucinogens, and initially the subject takes it for the relief of symptoms, but becomes addictive to them. Another molecule which to be discussed is cocaine and other stimulants. These are taken from extract from the coca leaf, and cocaine powder is made from them. Another are the amphetamines and amphetamine type drugs, stimulants. Stimulants, now let's talk about some drug of category of drug which is called as the stimulants. These are the immediately after smoking the drug or injecting it, extremely pleasurable, and there is a sense of rush or flash. Enhanced mood and body movements, euphoria is experienced by the subject. There is increased respiration, increased heart rate, blood pressure. Insomnia is there because the patient, the person, the subject feels stimulated and doesn't need any kind of sleep. There is a reduced appetite, there is increased energy, Reduced appetite can be judged that the person doesn't want anything because he feels energized all the day. Another group is hallucinogens. These are the LSD, DMT. These are drugs used in the past, but nowadays LSD and all others, they are not in vogue. Uh, so there is no need to talk. The most important, which is most commonly used molecule and the substance, is the tobacco. The tobacco, it is used in different forms, in the form of cigarettes, BDs, cigar. Chewable tobacco is there, tobacco toothpaste is there, tobacco powder, tobacco creams. So it is another most commonly used and abused molecule. Another things which is further used by the younger group and the school going children, it was the volatile solvents. uh, Petrol, the smell of petrol, the smell of white eraser, and the glue gums. These are the volatile substances. Inhalants are used, and the person, your subject, who finds it to be soothing, inhales the volatile gas or volatile substance, the smells coming out of the molecules. The withdrawal symptoms are there, usually opposite of the acute effects. Depressants, there is excitation. Stimulants, there is lethargy and the down feeling. The withdrawals of alcohol are the anxiety, restlessness, insomnia, tremors, craving, palpitations, sweating, and breathlessness. These are the mild alcohol withdrawal symptoms. But when we come across some severe withdrawals, when the person has taken alcohol in huge amount, or the person is dependent, or is a chronic alcoholic, and suddenly he is withdrawn from his substances, he may present with delirium tremens. Delirium tremens is a kind of state of person where he is not oriented to the time, place, and person. This delirium is particularly after the withdrawal. That's what is called as the delirium tremens. Otherwise, there is another form of delirium. The reasons may be many, but there is delirium due to head injury, delirium due to electrolyte imbalance, delirium due to some organic states. Uh, but the delirium tremens, it particularly after the alcohol withdrawal. All features of mild withdrawal, disorientation, hallucinations, seizures may be there. Seizures, when the person is not having history of seizures from in the past history, but when the person starts having seizures after he is devoid of alcohol, or he is just suddenly withdrawal are present after the usage of alcohol, the fits which are present at that time are called as the round fits. So we should evaluate, rationalize the usage of anti epileptic. So we must wait and watch so that the anti epileptics are used judicially. Sometimes in some patients which are having some another biological or troubles, like diabetes, hypertension, and any other trouble, and as well as the chronic alcoholism, may have the fatal troubles after he is devoid of his alcohol. Let's talk about opioid withdrawals. Very distressing but never fatal. Opening of all holes. This is a thumb rule that if we are about to manage the opioid withdrawal, the lacrimation, running nose, running eyes, loose motions, and seminal discharges, they are to be treated to avoid to treat the opioid withdrawals. There will watering from the eyes, nose, vomiting, loose motions. There are body ache and pains, anxiety, restlessness, insomnia, premature ejaculations are reported in the opioid withdrawals. There are no specific withdrawals experience after the cannabis withdrawal, but there is general discomfort, craving, and anxiety, restlessness. The withdrawals are observed when the person is devoid of his stimulants. These are the lethargy, hypersomnia, sleepiness, fatigue, sad mood, craving, anhedonia. Anhedonia is there is no need of food, and there is very much change in the mood. The person is not able to keep himself absorbed in any kind of situation. That is called as anhedonia. Warning signs to look for. These are physical signs of drug abuse. Eyes are bloodshot, or pupils are smaller or larger than normal. Frequent nose bleeds can be there. Could be related to snorted drugs. Snorted drug means when the route of administration of the drug is through nose inhalation. Changes in appetite or sleep patterns, seizures without a history of epilepsy, as just I told you in the case of brown fits. Deterioration in personal grooming or physical appearance, when the person is not able to take care of himself, not having any energy, is sad, he or she may not be interested in personal grooming, would like to lie down whole of the day. Impaired coordination, injuries, accidents, bruises, they won't or can't tell you about. They don't know how they got hurt, because under the effect of drugs, the person is not in his senses, and he may not recall where he got these injuries, accidents, and bruises. Unusual smell or breath, body or clothing, shakes, tremors, incoherent or slurred speech, impaired or unstable coordination. Behavioral signs of drug abuses. These are when we come across drug abuse in school-going children. There is skipping truancy, skipping of classes, declining grades, getting in trouble at school, drop in attendance and performance at work, loss of interest in extracurricular activities, hobbies, sports, extra, complaints from co-workers, supervisors, teachers, or classmates regarding the behavior, truancy, or there is a huge, great mood change. The person becomes irritable, aggressive, volatile. Missing money, valuables, borrowing, stealing money. When the person is not able to get the substance of abuse easily, he or she may go for stealing the things, and borrowing, and just picking the valuable from the house and selling at very cheap rates in the market to get the substance for abuse. Acting isolated, silent, withdrawn, engaging in secretive or suspicious behavior, clashes with the family values and beliefs, demanding more privacy, locking doors, and avoiding eye contact. Psychological signs of drug abuse: unexplained, confusing, changes personality or attitude. When we go for a kind of lecture to any schools during our extracurricular activities other than the OPD, we tell the students and the teachers separately that you must look for these kind of signs and symptoms in your children. Children who are the students who are who were brilliant in the past, but with passage of time, it has been noticed that their grades are getting down. The person is missing the classes, absenting from the classes, so he must be considered as a possible case of drug abuse. Unexplained, confusing changes in personality or attitude, sudden mood changes, irritability, anger outbursts, or laughing at nothing, periods of unusual hyperactivity or agitation, lack of motivation, inability to focus, appears lethargic or spaced out. What do you mean by spaced out? Means lost by its own, or would like to be alone and totally disconnected with the class, with the atmosphere, that what we call as the spaced out. Appears fearful, withdrawn, anxious or paranoid with no apparent reason. Thank you.